More than ever knew you were the one to see. Underground, always on the
Yo, what's up? It's your boy P. Ross back in the building with the homie.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Micah, aka CMS, aka The One. And together we are the Purple
Underground. Yo, what's going on, dude?
Not much, man. Just another day. Just blessed, It's the weekend.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So let's let the people know what we got on our plate for today.
Really, it's something that I really don't want to talk about because it's really, really sad. Like, a man getting shot in cold blood, like, over something so simple. You know what I mean? And we talking about Nipsey Hussle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. He was one of the leading guys in the rap game today. You know what I mean? He had a great album last year, Victory Lap. That was great.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And he gave back to the hood. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
He changed his life in whatever ways. Whatever he done, he changed his life. He invested back in his community. You know what I mean? And he was shot senselessly.
Mm-hmm.
So I just...
Well, let's just real quick. Let's recap and let the viewers know. For those who don't know, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I know it's been such a trendy topic all week,
Right.
but I mean, you want to let them know? You want to get the pertinent facts, or
You can go ahead. You can go ahead.
Okay. Well, just from my recollection, Sunday afternoon, South Central Los Angeles, on was it Crenshaw and Slauson?
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the name of the little outlet, but the outlet where Nipsey Hussle's stores, his businesses, that's where he was shot and killed by another young black male. Nipsey was in the parking lot amongst, I guess, his crew, and they were talking to another man. From what I'm understanding, he was talking to a friend who I guess just got out
Right.
of jail or prison, and he was trying to, I guess, help him get back on his feet, whether it's get him a job or something. So some guy walks up in the plaza and just slowly walks up on Nipsey and just shoots him in the head, and then I think two other people were injured, and then the guy comes back and lets off like 4 or 5 more rounds,
Right.
To the chest, things like that. And there's also surveillance video footage of this that's out. I wouldn't encourage anybody to go watch it, but I mean, you guess you have that choice if you're curious. But I did see it. It really broke my heart just to see him die like that.
Right.
I mean, I wasn't like a die-hard Nipsey Hussle fan, but did I like his music? At least the 2 projects I've heard, yes. So I will say, amongst the active rappers of today, I would definitely say he was one of the ones I really liked and respected. And excuse me if my audio on my end is being keeps cutting out, but this Facebook Messenger, somebody's me in the inbox. So, but but Nipsey was one of my favorites as of today. Like you know, the Kendricks, the J. Cole's, Drake, Big Crit, you know, guys like that. And yeah, like you said, that Victory Lap album was great album, man. One of the best albums that came out in 2018. But
Absolutely.
But like you also, like you said, man, Nipsey was more than just a rapper, and I think as news coverage comes out, I think a lot of people are starting to find out how much invested he was in giving back and just being such a boss, you know, an entrepreneur, and really putting his money where his mouth is. You know what I'm saying? And you know, regardless of the circumstances that you know that he came up in, you know, it's no secret that he's a Crip, but you know, he was evolving, and you know, as a better person.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. You there?
And yeah, sorry about that. I was getting another phone call, but anyway, like I said, he was evolving as a better person. I mean, he was. I wasn't for sure that him and Lauren London was married. I know they had some kids.
Nah, they weren't married, were they?
I think I read somewhere they had gotten secretly married.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that's why I said I didn't know that till after the fact. But yeah, man, it's just such a tragic. And just real quick, going back to a lot of the business adventures and him, what he was trying to do, just to bring Prince into the equation. I think Prince would look at Nipsey, and I don't know if Prince was aware of Nipsey Hussle or not. It wouldn't surprise me if he was, but I think he would look at someone like Nipsey and he would tilt his hat off to him, because Nipsey owned his masters. He was all about ownership, and again, giving back to his community and just started all kinds of programs and things like that, But yet the ownership, definitely, I know that's something that Prince would definitely been proud of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But I had just told somebody, the first time, and I had almost forgot about this, but the first time I actually heard Nipsey Hussle was off the Tupac posthumous album from 2006.
Really?
The Pac's Life album. Because he's actually one of the guest features on there. That's the first time I actually heard Nipsey Hussle, the name, and heard him rap. And then I kept hearing about him and seen a couple of interviews, and he reminded me of a light-skinned Snoop, just because he was real laid back, and they almost sound the same, like as far as like their speaking voice. Their speaking voice. Now, as far as like the way they rap, this totally different. They don't sound alike, but Nipsey always kind of struck me just from the interviews as just a real cool brother, and I just liked his. I liked his energy. I liked his spirit. It was just something about him. I was just like, yeah, I like this cat. So, yeah, man, it's it's a big loss, man. And also, let me say this too. Nipsey, when you watch some of his interviews, man, he actually was an intelligent brother. Like he knew how to talk, properly, what I'm saying, or speak, intelligently, even though you knew he was from the streets, but he was still, you know, you could just tell like he was a real smart cat also. So, I like how he carried himself.
Right.
But yeah, man, like I said, that's a big loss for not just the hip hop community, but I think that's a big loss for the city of Los Angeles, especially South Central.
Well, it's a big loss for his family.
And yeah, that too. Yeah, well, yeah, especially his family. Especially his family.
So, I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna front. I'm not gonna front. The first time I really listened to Nipsey was the Crenshaw mixtape.
Yeah.
That joint was off the hook.
Yeah, that was hot.
That was off the
hot
chain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and then after that, like I said, Victory Lap last year. Smoking hot.
Smoking hot, yeah.
And then like I've been looking like on the internet, a lot of people, got these conspiracy theories about Dr. CB and you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think this got nothing to do with no conspiracy. You know what I'm saying? I just think this is a senseless act of violence. Perpetrated by one guy.
Right.
So, I mean, and Nick Cannon vowed to finish that work too. So,
yeah.
We'll see. But it's just sad, man. It's definitely a loss for his family, the hip hop community, and LA.
Yeah, man. Just like I said, I know it's just been such a trendy topic all week, and just a lot of people just like from the entertainment business, music, even sports, involved, poured their hearts out, to Nipsey's family, and just expressed their sympathy for him, man. So, but it's crazy, man. It's like in hip hop or rap, however you want to label it, it just seems like most rappers, the way they die, they get killed by gun violence. And it's like you don't ever hear heavy metal, country, or even pop stars, getting gunned down or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's just sad, man. But
I think the lines of entertainment and reality are clouded. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, because a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, come from these fucked up neighborhoods. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know what Nipsey personal shit was. All I know is what I see on the outside, and that he was a stand-up guy.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I don't really look at the all the other stuff that he did in the past. That he did in the past. I mean, we all have a past.
Absolutely.
All have probably had moments where we've done some things that we were wrong or not proud of, but it really should be about the person you are, or the person you become as you are today, and like the person he was today was something the complete opposite that he was in his younger days.
Right.
And it's like, man, it's 33 years old, man. That's just too young.
It's too
young to go. Too young to go. And he was still, he was still trying to complete his mission, wherever he was going. I mean, like I said, he just seemed like a smart dude. He was all about just ownership and getting into real estate and starting like programs for a lot of the inner city kids, try to teach them how to be more tech savvy, with computers and things like that. So, yeah,
Yes, sir.
man. But yeah, I was definitely listening to I went back and listened to the Crenshaw mixtape. Still sounds good, and of course that Victory Lap. I've been bumping that, before this unfortunate tragedy.
Right.
So yeah, it's just sad, man. Here's a question I'll pose to you, and I'll even pose this to the viewers. I've heard this a couple of times this week. Is it a good idea to go back to the hood and get back to the hood? Or if you get the opportunity to get out, put yourself in a better situation and not go back?
I mean, I would say yes, it's great to invest in your neighborhood where you grew up at, to try to bring things up and do better by it. But I don't think that it's necessarily safe for people with money.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and like I told my wife the other day, like, it wasn't like Nipsey was somewhere where he wasn't supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? He was
Right. His place
at
of
his
business.
own place of business.
Right.
You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that. My only thing was, like, if it was me, you know what I'm saying, I would just make sure that I was safe and everybody around
Right.
me is safe. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, whether that means extra security, whatever,
Right.
But that's just what I would do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't think that I would broadcast that I'm there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, look, it ain't safe in the hood now. You know what I'm saying? Like, but just imagine somebody of that stature. I mean, shit.
But I think for him, because that was his neighborhood, so he felt so comfortable in there, around the people who knew him. He probably could really be himself.
Yeah, but don't something have to change
well.
when you start getting money like that? Something has to change. You can't continue to live the same life that you lived before. Because people look at you different now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I mean, but see, that's why I'm saying, or I posed that question, because he got killed in his own neighborhood, the neighborhood that he thought that loved him, and I'm sure they did. It's just you had one individual who, he already was having a bad rep, supposedly. And we're not from LA, so let me just put that, not from LA. So people in LA know what happened even before the media even got caught wind of it. I mean, the guy, from what sources say, that he was a snitch on paper, and he just had a bad reputation. I think they said he was a rapper, so. And I guess he was trying to do a song with Nipsey, and Nipsey didn't want to be associated with the guy and asked him to leave his store. And I guess the guy, got some sort of sucker attack, or he felt disrespected, and then he had to do a sucker move and come back and kill that man for what? It's like, man, it's almost like, damn, like when he went back and did that, like he probably wasn't even thinking, like this is a husband, a father, you know what I'm saying? Someone's son, someone's brother. Yeah, he wasn't even, he just disregarded all of that. Just over some BS. But yeah, man. Like I said, man, it's sad, and you know, my prayers, you know, go out to his whole family, you know, all of his friends, and you know what I'm saying, you know, like, rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle, man. You
Absolutely, rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. And you know, keep his music alive, keep his legacy alive. And we out.
Yes,
Peace.
sir. Peace.